Oracle cards scatter, tales they unfold, connections to cosmos, secrets untold.
Namaste and welcome. In today's reading, we are exploring how you surprise people, the parts of you that others don't expect, the energy you carry that people don't see at first, and the things that make you unforgettable. You can choose your pile in one of two ways. First, I'll show you 3 cards on the screen. If one of them immediately draws you in, trust that and make your choice. If you prefer a different way of selecting, I'll change the screen now and you can choose from 3 images instead. Take a moment, breathe, and let yourself be guided. Not by logic, but by what pulls you. When you're ready, choose your card or your image and then go to the timestamps below to begin your reading. Let's start. Hi, Group 1. Right away, your energy surprises people because you're not what they expect once they get to know you. You're not loud or attention-seeking, but you leave a silent impact. People underestimate you at first glance, but they don't stay underestimating you for long. The first thing that shocks people about you is your level of loyalty and emotional depth. People might meet you and think you're casual, guarded, or hard to read. But once you choose someone, whether it's a friend, partner, or team, you're ride or die energy. You're not flaky. You don't run when things get difficult. You show up. And that level of dedication surprises people in a world full of half-hearted connections. Some people think you're detached at first. But then they experience your consistency. You check in even when you're busy. You show up when others step back. That's why people end up trusting you more than they expected to. Your emotional intelligence is another surprise. You look calm, collected, maybe even a little mysterious at first, but you feel deeply. You don't show emotion quickly, but when your heart opens, it opens like a flood. People are shocked by how nurturing and soft your energy becomes with the people you choose. But here's the unexpected twist. Even though you're loving, you're not naive. You don't let just anyone get close to you. You can sense who is genuine and who isn't. You read people easily, sometimes before they even speak. And that cautious side, that selective heart, you keep that very private. People assume they can read you, but then they realise you're the one who reads them. People also don't expect how good you are at moving on and healing. Yes, you're emotional, but you're not clingy. You don't stay stuck. You don't beg. You don't chase. If someone breaks your trust or crosses a line, you detach silently and choose peace. That shocks people because they expect your kindness to mean weakness, but you're actually incredibly strong. When you shift away from someone, your energy says, I gave you love. You mishandled it. That's not my loss. And that healing power, that ability to let go with dignity, it haunts some people from your past more than you know. Another thing that surprises people is how skilled and capable you are. You have hidden talents. You're humble, but talented. People might assume you're quiet or soft-spoken. Then they find out you're a problem solver, a builder, someone who gets things done with steady, consistent effort. You work well with others, but you're not a follower. You elevate any team you join. People don't expect you to be so reliable in projects, work, or creative plans. But once they collaborate with you, they realise you're secretly one of the strongest people to have on their side. And listen, Your glow is real. You might not even notice it, but people see you as naturally beautiful and self-possessed. The 9 of Pentacles tells me your beauty surprises people because it's not always obvious at first. It reveals itself over time. The more people get to know you, the more they go, "Wow, I didn't realise how attractive they are." You're not attention hungry. Your energy is quiet luxury, inner glow, self-control, refinement. You age like wine. Your looks and your aura keep evolving. That makes you unforgettable to people. You're also full of potential, and you don't crumble in chaos. In tense or messy situations, you stay focused and grounded. You're someone who can take one good idea and actually turn it into something real. You surprise people with your patience and long-term mindset. While others panic, you strategize. While others give up, you plant seeds. This Queen of Coins energy tells me you're amazing with children, animals, or emotionally sensitive people. You have a calming influence. You bring safety to people who don't feel safe often. You don't try to fix people. You hold space for them, and that alone changes them. And that surprises people more than anything. Your presence heals without forcing anything. Another thing that surprises people about you is how you approach trust. With the trust card here, people often assume you're guarded forever. But actually, once someone earns your trust, you're incredibly open and present. People don't expect how safe and loyal they feel around you. You don't play games. You're honest without being cruel, and real without being dramatic. People realise fast that you're someone who can be relied on, emotionally and practically, and that's rare. The memory card tells me you have a sharp mind and a meaningful heart. You remember details, names, dates, things people love, small preferences, what they said months ago. People don't expect that you quietly take note of everything. You make others feel seen without trying, and that leaves an impression. People may even be shocked when you bring up something they mentioned once in passing. They didn't think you were listening, but you were listening to everything. You don't forget kindness, and you don't forget betrayal either. With the emotion card, people are surprised by how deeply you feel. You may come across calm, composed, or reserved on the surface, but your emotional world is powerful. What people don't realise is that you don't react, you process. You feel strongly, but you don't let emotions control you. You have emotional depth and emotional discipline. And that combination makes you magnetic, mysterious, and hard to replace. Your energy is also traditional at heart. You might be modern, spiritual, artistic, independent. Whatever form you take, people don't expect how rooted you actually are. You have old soul values. Respect matters to you. Integrity matters to you. You may be open-minded, but when it comes to love, family, friendship, and loyalty, you believe in honouring your word. You care about building something solid. You're not easily influenced by trends, crowds, or pressure. You stand by your code. People are also genuinely surprised when they discover your love language. Yours is physical touch, but not in a shallow way. You're affectionate, warm, and grounding to be around. Your hugs heal. Your presence calms nervous people. Your energy is comforting like home. You also show love through responsibility and effort. That high conscientiousness shows that when you care, you show it. You're the type who brings someone water without being asked, fixes something quietly, adjusts someone's blanket, or holds their hand when they're stressed. That gentle, physical reassurance and quiet acts of service make people feel cared for in a way they don't forget. But here's another twist. Beneath your calm energy, you're actually bold as hell. You have a fearless side people don't see until they really know you. You will defend what matters to you. You will speak truth when others stay silent. You will risk being misunderstood rather than betray yourself. When it comes down to it, you have courage. You don't back down from difficult conversations or from doing the right thing, even when it's uncomfortable. And with this philosophical card here, people don't expect how deep your mind is. You think in layers, you question everything. You aren't afraid to dive into conversations about life, purpose, spirit, the universe, psychology, destiny, whatever holds meaning. You're not basic, and people feel that very quickly. Your mind wanders to places others never explore. That makes you attractive not just physically, but intellectually and spiritually. You make people think deeper just by being yourself. So, that's your reading pile 1. I hope you liked it. If it resonated, don't forget to like the video, comment your group, and subscribe for more readings. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi Pile 2. You're the type of person people misjudge at first, and that's exactly why you surprise them. Your first card is Solitude, which tells me people assume you're distant, closed off, or hard to approach. They think you keep to yourself because you don't care, when in reality, you care a lot. You're selective with your energy. You value peace over company. You're not the type to entertain pointless chaos or shallow connections, and that instantly sets you apart. What people don't expect is that behind that quiet or private exterior, you are incredibly powerful and magnetic. The Empress proves that. You have a nurturing essence, but it's combined with strength and authority. People don't expect how influential you are until they get close. You're not loud about it. You just carry natural leadership energy. You don't chase anyone, yet people make space for you. You walk into rooms and shift the energy without trying. And your creative energy is strong, whether it's in art, business, expression, appearance, or the way you build your life. Everything you touch has your signature on it. With the 3 of Coins, you surprise people with how good you are at working with others once you actually choose to engage. People think you're better alone, that you don't like people, but the truth is, you just can't work with everyone. But when you find people who are serious, consistent, and genuine, you become a powerful teammate or collaborator. You're skilled, reliable, a quiet achiever, and people are always shocked at how much value you bring to the table because you don't brag. You let your results speak for you. The Queen of Swords with the 4 of Pentacles shows you have boundaries that people don't see coming. You might look kind, soft, or relaxed, but push your limits and people quickly realise you don't tolerate disrespect. You are polite until you need to be honest. You give people chances until they prove you shouldn't. You don't waste words or explain yourself twice. And once someone loses access to you, it's rare they ever get it back. Your standards are higher than people expect, and your self-control is something that intimidates those who aren't used to being told no. Then we have the Knight of Coins, which tells me people don't expect how patient you are. You move at your own pace. You don't rush decisions. You're not easily pressured. When you commit to something, you stick with it long term. People realise quickly they can rely on you. You don't flake. You don't give up in the middle, and you don't pretend to care. If you're in, you're really in. That kind of discipline is rare and surprising in a world full of impulsive people. With the Magician and Death together, people never see your transformation power coming. You reinvent yourself, you change timelines, you decide who you want to be, and then you become that person, fully. You don't stay stuck. You don't let life define you. You decide your own story. You've probably shocked people from your past with how different you are now. And yet, this is just the beginning. Your energy is made for evolution. You're not done growing or surprising people. And we can't ignore the tower. You are the kind of person who will burn down anything that isn't right for you, no matter how long it took to build. If something feels fake, forced or limiting, you will walk away, even if it means starting over. You make brave moves that most people are too afraid to even think about. Your life is living proof that destruction is sometimes divine, because you always rise higher after every shift. Another thing that surprises people about you is your connection to growth and creation. With the fertility card here, people don't expect how many ideas you carry inside you. You're constantly evolving, always building something, whether that's a business idea, a creative project, a personal transformation, or even helping others grow. Your presence plants seeds of change in people just by being around them. You awaken potential in yourself and in others, even when you don't mean to. The ritual card shows that you're much more disciplined and intentional than people assume. You're not chaotic. You have structure behind the scenes. You might do things your own way, but you have routines, habits, or personal practices that keep you focused. You understand that success doesn't come from luck. It comes from consistency. People don't expect that level of strategic thinking from you until they see how you actually work toward your goals. With grounding, people also don't expect how calming and stable your energy is, especially during stress. When other people start spiraling, you naturally settle everyone. You carry emotional gravity. People feel safer when you're around. You don't get dragged into drama and you don't react emotionally to everything. You take your time, think clearly, and then respond. You're the quiet anchor in any room. The love and communication card reveals something else people don't expect. You're actually a beautiful communicator when it matters. You're not afraid of hard conversations if someone is worth your time. You know how to talk things through, solve problems, and get to the truth. A lot of people project silence onto you thinking you don't care. But when you speak, you're clear, direct, and meaningful. Your words land. You can be fun, magnetic, and socially adaptable when you choose to be. People are surprised that even if you enjoy solitude, you can still light up a room. You're engaging when you want to be, and people find themselves drawn to your energy. But you're not just charming, you're logical and efficient too. You're good at making decisions, organising plans, and taking charge when needed. People don't expect both sides from you, the warmth and the practicality, but you balance them effortlessly. With Enneagram Type 2, people discover that you have a quietly generous nature. You genuinely like supporting others, not for recognition, but because it's who you are. You notice when someone needs help, even if they don't ask. You give guidance, reassurance, and practical help. But again, you only give to those who respect your time and energy. Your love isn't free, it's earned. And finally, your love language being acts of service ties everything together. You don't just say you care, you show it. You help people move, you fix things, you send the link they asked for, you check up on others, you get things done. Your actions prove your loyalty. People realise fast that you're not a surface-level person. You're a real one, solid, dependable, someone they can count on. So, that's your reading, and I hope you liked it. If you liked the video, don't forget to comment your group number, like, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Last but not least, pile 3. People often think they've got you figured out within the first 5 minutes, but they're wrong. You are full of quiet power, and the more people get to know you, the more they realise you are nothing like they assumed. Your first card is decision, and that tells me right away, you're not someone who hesitates when it truly matters. People may think you're indecisive or slow-moving at first, but what they don't realise is that you're just careful. You don't jump into anything without feeling it out. But once you make a decision about your life, about your path, about a relationship, you become unstoppable. Your commitment shocks people. You will cut off distractions, protect your time, and move forward without explaining yourself. Then we have the Page of Cups, and this shows one of the biggest ways you surprise people. You have a naturally sweet, soft, and emotionally open side. People don't expect how genuine you are. You're someone who laughs easily, daydreams, has creative depth, and believes in real love. You're not fake or performative. Your kindness is real. Even if you've been through pain, you still have hope in your heart. That innocence of spirit is unexpected and healing to others. With the 7 of Coins, people are surprised by your patience and long-term thinking. You are not a quick and easy type of person. You invest, you build, you wait for the right timing. You understand that meaningful things take time. Money, love, healing, growth, projects. You're not addicted to instant gratification like most of the world. You're in it for the long game. And because of that, your life keeps improving year after year. People who know you now will look back in 5 years and say, I always knew they were going to be successful. The Page of Coins confirms something else. People don't expect how eager you are to grow. You're always learning, always improving, always studying something. You're curious. You're passionate about knowledge. You're not afraid to start at the bottom to master something. And the wild part is you don't broadcast your goals. You move quietly. So when your achievements show up, people think they appeared out of nowhere. But in reality, you've been working the whole time. The Magician and the Knight of Coins together show that you are a manifester, but not a delusional one. You don't just wish for things. You work for them. You know how to take an idea and bring it into reality step by step. While other people give up, you keep going. You're strategic with your energy. You stay consistent even when nobody is watching. And because of that, people are shocked by how often your dreams actually become real. The High Priestess takes it even deeper. People don't expect how intuitive and spiritually aware you are. You can sense things before they happen. You pick up on hidden intentions. You know what people really mean, not just what they say. You notice patterns. You receive messages through dreams, emotions, signs, or sudden clarity. Some people even find you mysterious because you're hard to read, but you can read everyone else easily. Then we have the King of Coins, and this shows another layer people don't see coming, your ambition. You look gentle, friendly, maybe even innocent, but you're also smart with money, long-term oriented and quietly ambitious. You don't want average. You're building a life that is successful, comfortable, and stable, your way. People are surprised when they discover how serious you are about your goals. You're not lazy. You're not careless. You're building an empire brick by brick. With the Empress, you are abundance, beauty, and natural attraction. People don't expect how deeply magnetic you are until they feel it. You don't chase attention, but people notice you. You're not loud, but your energy feels rich, grounded, fertile, nurturing. You inspire people to dream bigger. That's your quiet superpower. Your presence creates possibility. Another thing that surprises people about you is how protective you are of your energy, your peace, and the people you care about. You may seem calm and easygoing, but you have strong boundaries. You know when someone's energy isn't right, and you don't let just anyone get close to you. People are surprised that beneath your gentle nature, there's a guardian. You see through manipulation quickly, and you quietly remove anything that threatens your stability. With the Strength card, people also don't realize how much you've already survived. You don't wear your pain loudly. You carry yourself with grace and emotional maturity, so others assume your life has been easy. But in reality, you've had to pull yourself out of dark places more than once. You don't break easily. Your strength isn't aggressive, it's controlled, silent resilience. You bend, but you don't fall. The Transition card tells me people don't expect how many times you're willing to reinvent yourself. You refuse to stay stuck in unhappy situations. You outgrow environments, mindsets, relationships, anything that no longer aligns with your growth. You let go even when it hurts. You choose evolution over comfort. And that shocks people who thought you'd stay small just to make others comfortable. You surprise people with your stability and calm presence. Even when life gets chaotic, you don't spiral. You find your center. You handle problems step by step instead of emotionally exploding. People trust you because your energy is solid. You're the kind of person others rely on without even asking. High neuroticism shows that people don't realize how much you actually feel internally. You overthink sometimes. Your mind runs deep. You worry because you care. You analyze because you want to make the right choices. But what shocks people is that even when you feel anxious inside, you still show up. You still move forward. You turn emotional intensity into awareness. You're more self-aware than most people around you. High openness shows your mind is wide and curious. You surprise people with how creatively and philosophically you think. You love exploring ideas, new perspectives, new cultures, deep conversations. People assume you're quiet, but once you feel comfortable, they discover you're full of wisdom, humour, and interesting thoughts. You're not closed-minded. You're always expanding. Then we have Enneagram 6, the loyalist. People don't expect how devoted you are once they earn your trust. You're consistent. You show up. You remember what people tell you and you follow through. You're the one who checks on others, who makes sure everyone is okay, who stands beside people during challenges, not just good times. Your loyalty is rare, and people never see it coming until they experience it. Finally, you are responsible, more than people realize. You honor your commitments. You handle business. You take care of things whether you feel like it or not. People might assume you're shy or gentle, but they don't realize how dependable you truly are. You are someone people can count on, even in silence. So, that's your reading, and I hope you liked it. Comment and subscribe if this resonated, and I'll see you in the next one.
In a whispering breeze, I find my way. Raindrops dance softly, a lullaby play. Oracle cards scatter, tales they unfold. Connection to cosmos, secrets untold.